Hello, my name is Abby Hopper, and today I'm going to be talking to you about therapy for emotional and physical child abuse. So, what's the problem? There's tons of therapies out there, and I was wondering what was the best therapy for children who experienced emotional and physical child abuse. There are a few things to know before we go on, though. Emotional abuse is when a child is neglected and physically harmed. Well, physical abuse is considered to cause physical harm, such as initial bruises, scars, etc., broken limbs. The leading cause of abuse is physical abuse and is a high of 28%. And while emotion abuse is third leading in the United States, which is at 10.6%. The United States has one of the worst records of child abuse, and they are losing up to 4 to 7 children a day due to child abuse and neglect, which is a lot if you think about it. I conducted a mini survey with 10 random young adults from the University of Northern Colorado, and this information provided some insight on child abuse and therapy. And most of these students knew others close to them, or themselves have been abused. So these are the demographics. There was 5 women, 5 men who participated in this mini survey, and the general age was 18 to 24, and their majors ranged across the board. Um, have you experienced, or do you know anyone that experienced physical or emotional child abuse? Uh, Most of them said no, while 40% of them said yes, which 40% was still a big number to me, mostly because I felt like I wasn't going to get uh, many yeses. You don't really expect people to experience this, I guess I could say. Have you or they handled past experience with child abuse? 50% of them said no, and 20% of them said yes, while 30% said they just didn't know. And would you consider therapy for past child abuse? 90% said yes, while 10% said no. Which the no caught me really off guard, considering that there are a big amount of implications if you don't go through therapy with when experiencing child abuse. For one of them, you could become an actual child abuser when you have your own children. So, what kind of therapy is there, and does it work? A study by Dr. Kim Jinna showed that the impact of music as therapy used for children really helped them. These children were school age, so 7 to 12, and they would come in and listen to music. And this case study showed that it impacted them amazingly well. But it is not very common, and it's still being researched. Animal therapy is a very big one to hear. It helps with children who are having insecure attachment due to physical and emotional abuse. Um, Animal assisted therapy helps with any difficulties that these children are having, and also provide for reaching the inner world for these children. Um, most people don't. Most people think of like dogs and cats for therapy. Another big one is horse therapy. Uh, there's a therapeutic riding center in Loveland that helps with anyone who experienced child abuse and is a very amazing program. Another big uh, most popular, I guess I would say, is play therapy. And play therapy is when a child goes in, plays with toys, puppets, puzzles, dolls especially, and they play with them, and a therapist watches over the child and analyzes how they play with these dolls. It is most common among school-age children, and guess what? It also correlates with animal therapy. So the solution, there's still many therapies out there that could be listed for days, but out of the 3 therapies listed, the most common would have to be play therapy, mostly because most schools will generally recommend school-age children to that, to play therapy. Thank you. Hope you have a good day.